So hello and welcome back to my channel. If you do not know, my name is Ollie and today's video feels a little bit deep. This video it feels a little bit like deep and dramatic kind of thing, like it feels a bit like but it's not meant to be. It's more just 10 things that I wish I had been taught earlier in life. Just little pieces of advice, little pieces of snippets of wisdom from a wise man that is me. Okay, you might want to listen to these, you might not. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the 10 snippets of wisdom. Number one is don't expect everyone to support you. And I think I learned this, especially when I started social media, and this isn't like shade or tea anyway, it's just not, but like I think when you start something, you expect people to support you, and not everyone does, and people show support in different ways. Like when you do something, do it for you, and you have to know to support and motivate yourself, because other people will not support you if you're not supporting you. I think I learned, like, do not expect people to support you, whether it's by sharing things online or buying from your small business or whatever. Don't expect people to support you in everything, because people just don't, and that is okay, and it is okay that not everyone supports you, because it just is, it's just okay. Number two, which I think I've said a lot, and I think this is quite a known thing now, but I wish I had learned earlier, but it is okay to not be okay, and it is okay to ask someone for help. It's okay to tell someone you are struggling, like it is okay not to be okay. And that was actually really important, whether it's like mental health, you're having a down day, or you're beating yourself up because you feel really rubbish and shitty. It is okay not to be okay, as long as you're doing the right things to get through it. Yeah. Number three, staying safe is dangerous. Like staying in your comfort zone, in your safe zone, staying in your familiar surroundings, familiar people, not venturing anything, not taking any risks or opportunities, that is dangerous. Not in dangerous where like if you cross a motorway without looking, that's dangerous, don't do that. But like staying in your safe zone, not trying anything new, that is dangerous, because you will not grow as a person, you will not learn new things, you will not meet new people, your life won't change direction. Starting like something like social media, I feel like that's an easy example for me, because like, you know, like it was easier for me to not do it and not worry about what people would say and not work at something and possibly fail or possibly take off. It was easier for me to not start something which I really wanted to do, but that's dangerous because I wasn't living my life, you know what I mean? So it's better now I have started something that I wanted to do, and you know. Number four, I wish someone taught me this. I wish schools would teach this. This one is aimed at schools. You need to teach this a lot better, and it's being wiser with your money, knowing what to do with money. Why does school not teach us this? Not just spending it on whatever. Like I am really like working on saving, like all of that stuff. I am good at saving, like I am, but I also am such an impulsive buyer, and if I see something, I'll just buy it, and I'm like, oopsie. So being wiser with your money is something I wish school taught me, I wish like parents taught it me. If I think of all the money I've wasted, I could have my own house now. Like it is ridiculous amount of money I have wasted. Being wise with money is a big one. Number five, not everything you lose is a loss. People, that is things, that is a job. Yes, sometimes you can lose something in life, but you've not necessarily lost, because for example, say you lost a friend who you thought was a really good friend, but they actually weren't that good of a friend. You may have lost them as a friend, but you haven't really lost a friend. I think that makes sense. You can lose something physically, doesn't mean you've lost anything though. And I think that is something which I definitely wish I knew earlier. For me, I used to think having lots of friends in a big group and all of that was so important. Once you lose a big group and everything, you realise you didn't lose anything, because I don't know if anyone else agrees or relates or has anything similar like that, but like, I don't know, I just feel like not everything you lose is a loss. And I've lost stuff and I'm like, thank God that's gone. So just don't worry about losing things, because what is in your life and what is meant to be in your life will be in your life, and it will stay in your life, or it will find its way back in your life. Like, don't worry, because what's meant to be for you and what you're meant to have, you will have. And it's as simple as that. Number six, your own happiness should and does come before anything else. Your mental health, happiness, well-being, physical health, all of that comes before anything. It just becomes before anything, whether it's a job, a relationship, a friend, a person, whatever. You should always put yourself first. Obviously with situations where if you've got a child and it's crying, you need to have a nap, look after the child and then you can have a nap. Do you know what I mean? You should always come first 9 out of 10 times. And you should always make sure you're putting yourself as a priority. You are the priority. This is your life. So do not sacrifice yourself or your mental health or your happiness or your health, fitness for a job, for a person. Just don't. Life's so short, if you're not living life every day to the happiest you can be, whatever you're doing isn't worth it. Number seven is, my mum taught me this, and I wish she had taught me sooner, but my mum taught me this, and it's probably one of my favourite things my mum's ever taught me, so it's stuck with me, that you can really count your truest, realest friends, people, whatever, on one hand. Like, and I've said this before in a video, so I won't go on about it, but you just can. If you think of your best friends, like your genuine bestest friends who you know would be there for you, they should be able to fit on one hand and one hand only. Like, if they can fill two hands, I think you're either probably being a bit naive and you'll lose some of them, or you're very, very, very lucky. This number 8 is the happiest, most positive, life-filled people are usually, I underline the word usually the people who have gone through the most. And I say that because they're the people who have been at the lowest. So the people who have been at the lowest, who are now out of that state, realise what it is to be at the lowest. So they appreciate a lot more. Knowing personally, I know I've been at very low states. Knowing where I am now, I appreciate everything 10 times harder. I appreciate life 10 times harder. I appreciate laughing 10 times more. Like, and knowing that about myself, I outlook now at people. The people who seem to be the happiest, I think have gone through the most and have worked their way back up. Once you've gone through something hard and that's like really destroys you, you just come back up 10 times more and you're 10 times happier because you know what it's like to be here. So you are just like focusing on being here. Number 9 is not every question needs an answer. And this is whether it's like not everything needs to be resolved, not everything needs a conclusion. I think it's great to conclude and full stop and move on, closure and everything. Sometimes it's not worth it, and sometimes to protect yourself, you can just move on and not know and not worry and not think. It's not easy, but it's definitely doable. And I think if you can learn to move on, forget whatever without having closure, you'll be a lot happier. And learning not to care about having the answer and having the closure and moving on without it anyway, you can live a happy life and you can move on without having all the answers. The final one, which is going to sound really cringy, but like, always be yourself, because who you are inside, whoever you know who you are, be that person, embrace that person, like accept that person, because who you are and your individuality, what makes you individual and unique, is your superpower. And that sounds so cringy and whatever, but it does. It sets you aside from everyone else. My unique mind or my unique abilities, whatever, they set me aside from everyone else. They make me different, and everyone has that difference about them. Celebrate it, not shied away from and feared, because we're all unique, we're all different, we're all different people. We should celebrate each one and every one. So always be yourself. And when you're yourself, you will genuinely be the happiest you will ever be when you're being yourself. You're not faking it for anyone else, you're not pretending to get somewhere or someone. Be who you are. Love yourself, be who you are, be you. I'm here for you. Celebrate you. But that is the top 10 things I wish I learned earlier or sooner, kind of thing. Take what resonates with you. If you think of one, you know, you'd have to learn it all at once. Life is all about learning lessons day by day. I'm just giving you a cheat sheet. I hope you found it interesting. I think it's like, I love videos like this. I love watching videos like this, because it's like so thought-provoking and like self-development kind of moment vibe, and I love that. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to let me know by smashing a like button, subscribe to the channel down below so you don't miss no video from me, and I will see you very soon with another video. Thank you.